Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from Old Hickory Brewing out of Hickory, North Carolina. This beer is called Appalachian Walker. It is a bourbon barrel-aged barley wine, brandy barrel-aged barley wine. It's a collaboration with Appalachian Vintners in Asheville, North Carolina. Irish Walker is the standard barley wine. Here it says, Jeff and Charles Alexander of Appalachian Vintner commissioned this beer for a cause. A portion of the sales contributed to the Puzzle Peace Project, supports research for autism. And then the description says, Appalachian Walker is our award-winning Irish Walker barley wine ale aged for over a year in brandy barrels. This was bottled in May of 18. And it is 10% ABV. So I'm a huge fan of their regular barrel-aged imperial stout. Not so much the variants, but I've had this barley wine. It's not bad, but I didn't think it was anything special. But I've heard the barrel-aged version, this one, the brandy one, is really, really good. So I'm excited to crack this open and see what we got. Event Horizon was the imperial stout I was thinking of. So I will say the appearance is a good thing for me because I generally appreciate barley wines that are a little bit darker, not necessarily like stout-like, but just have a darker, deeper color. And this is, this is pretty dark. That's a darker brown color. It almost looks like a stout with a half a finger of beige head. I do have to say that aroma is pretty awesome. There's a ton of barrel, a lot of oak. Very, very, it smells like, there's definitely a lot of dark fruit. There's some dark chocolate too. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that this is in brandy barrels because I'm getting a lot of stuff that I associate with bourbon, which is interesting. It's a little chocolatey too. I don't know. I don't want to say blown away, but I'm very, very, very impressed with the aroma. So. That is a damn good barrel-aged barley wine. Fuck. Sorry, I try not to cuss on this channel very much, but certain times just stuff really surprises me, and it shouldn't surprise me because the friends who told me, who recommended me even getting a bottle of this were people I trust. But I kind of had my doubts with Old Hickory. Not that they don't make good beer, but it seems like some of their stuff is a little in the past. But really, if there's going to be a style that they can still shine in, this is definitely it, because there's really not a lot of the new school breweries that are making great barrel-aged barley wines. It seems like it's still, Firestone Walker, East End, Voodoo, like a lot of the, not that Voodoo's old guard, but they're not super new. Trogs, they're the ones that are still making a really good barrel-aged barley wines. A lot of the new hot breweries really aren't perfecting it, so I shouldn't be that surprised that this is good, or I shouldn't say good. I expect it to be good, but I shouldn't be that surprised that it's this good. I think, honestly, what makes this so good is to me, it's flirting between a barley wine and a stout. I mean, It's pretty deep and dark. I mean, look at the color of it. I mean, that's not a regular what most barley ones look like, which to me is fine, but uh, it has, to me, most of it is barrel, which I'm not complaining about because I'm really curious what barrels were used for this too, because the barrel aging is just fantastic. It's so flavorful, but at the same time it's super clean and easy to drink. It's not hot at all. If anything, I would say that this is a little over carbonated, which is unfortunate. When I say unfortunate, I mean that it's just a small detriment to the beer. The beer itself is still really, really good, but that's just one tiny thing about it that I would prefer that was different. Um, I think this is really, really good. The only thing that's separating this for being like complete top tier barley wine material for me is that the barrel is too much of the flavor. Like I feel like I haven't had regular Irish Walker in a long time, so I feel like maybe I should have that before I would say this, but to me it seems like the barrel's too much of the flavor and there's not as much of the base beer going into it. Excuse me. But again, I always operate under trying to find things to pick away at the beer from. Like I always start at 100 and then try to trickle down from there. You can't start at 0 and try to build it up. To me, that doesn't make any sense. And all these couple things I'm saying are just ticking tiny points off of it. It is still a really, really good beer. And I would say that I will absolutely buy this again. There's a good chance, maybe not before I go to Pittsburgh because I'm going there next weekend, but in the near future, if I know that they still have some of this at Old Hickory, if I'm going to Fauna, which Old Hickory is on the way, I will scoop up some more of this because it is really, really good. Honestly, it's rare that I get barley wines that I like this much. So when I have them, I really appreciate them. And I always tell people, for the most part, like, there's a couple barrel-aged imperial stouts that are top level that'll beat any barley wine. And then there's like a decent spread of barley wines that are next before a bunch of barrel-aged imperial stouts. So like Aaron, OG Trogue, OG Trogue's BA Mouflon. Trying to think. A couple different batches of Sakaba or Abacus are up there. But to me, those are just as good as some of the barrel-aged imperial stouts, the non-adjunct ones. But they just have to be the right ones, and to me, this is definitely one of them. But it really helps when it's a bigger, deeper, darker beer. I feel like the ones that are like orange in color just don't cut it, so I appreciate that. But it is interesting to me because I haven't had the, like I said, I haven't had the regular Irish Walker in a while. But I don't remember the regular one being the Stark, so I'm really curious if somehow the color of this is somehow imparted by the barrel. I have no idea. The fact that it's a brandy barrel, I guess it's possible if there's still, I don't know. Because brandy is generally darker than bourbon, but I don't know. Yeah, this is lights out. This is really good. So it's pretty obvious about what I was saying, but this is absolutely a buy. Don't even think about it. If you see this soon and you want some and you can't find any other way to get it, hit me up on YouTube. I can probably find a way to get you a bottle of it. Otherwise, trade for it. This is definitely a sleeper in this realm. I haven't heard anyone looking for it, but they should be. Really, really good stuff. yeah, that's all I got to say about it. It's just really, really great barrel-aged barley wine. So please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.